Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent, teaching instructor with IRS. I know, don't say it. You're looking at the background and saying, how can this bozo come on and have that background? I'm moving. You don't want to see the rest of the house. You don't. It's an absolute mess. But I still got to tell you some of the stuff I do. I mean, I can't even turn the camera either way because it gets worse and worse. Trust me. Anyway, what I have to say is important. I'm a former IRS agent. I've worked thousands of cases, thousands. 10 long years I worked at IRS. Today I have a team of former IRS agents who do just tax defense. I've been on the news many, many times. Go to my website at 777irs.com and learn all about me. Today I'm going to be talking about the offer and compromise and the two main keys about offers. You should know that while I was at IRS, I was a teaching instructor of that. So back when I worked there, everyone would fly to Atlanta if you were going to teach the offer, or I'm sorry, instruct the offer to revenue officers who are going to work it. That was me. That's one of the jobs that I had. I got to fly there, and it was really an honor for me actually to do that. I know I used to accept offers and deny offers, and I taught other people to do the same, revenue officers at IRS. The two keys to offers and compromise. God, I'm looking at the background and I don't even want to see it, but you want to know what I have to say. So the two main keys to the offer and compromise are your values of your assets and your your financial statement when it comes to income and expenses. Those are the two main keys. There's a lot of other periphery stuff that goes on and ancillary stuff an agent like me would have looked at, but these are the two main things. IRS wants to know, can they suck any value out of your assets? That's really big. What you can do as a little hint is use the lowest value for your assets possible, street value, what you're going to get if you had to sell it right away. You're looking at the strength value of your assets. As you know, your home is discounted 20%, but can you take more off that? Does it need a new roof? Is something wrong with the foundation? Does it have plumbing problems? You can get a contractor to go ahead and show your house has less value. You can do that. And as far as your income and expense analysis, boy, is that absolute key. You cannot even think of submitting an offer unless you know the IRS national standards on your financial statement. IRS is going to have you lock your income for the last 3, 6, 9 months, or possibly a year. You'll want to use the lowest period of time and put that on your financial statement as long as it's contiguous a month. Sometimes the last 3 months or the last 6 months or the last year may be lower. You'll want to use the lower value. But here's the big thing that people don't understand. You're going to put your actual expenses down, what you actually spend. But at the end of the day, IRS is going to knock those expenses out and put their expenses in. Where do they get them? They get them from the Department of Labor. And you can look online at the IRS. You can look for the IRS national standards for food and clothing, housing and utilities, for car payments, for car expenses. IRS is going to put their expenses in and not yours, and that knocks most people out. So if you're going to do an offer by yourself, you better know what those are. If you're going to use me or call me or whatever, I'm going to look at your financial statement before I ask for a nickel, because I don't take cases in which I know you're not going to be successful. So you should always give your case to somebody who's worked the offer and knows the offer. If it's not me, they should have worked hundreds of offers before you give them that offer. Don't call a big box firm that you've seen a lot of advertising on, because usually you're paying for the advertising and not the person. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Give me a subscription or a like, whatever the hell you can do. Subscriptions are really important. Or share me if you know someone who needs to settle their debt. I know the system. I work the system. I was the IRS at one point. Thank you so much.